Click the subscribe button, hit the bell icon to never miss another update.
Power rises and power falls. Nations flourish and then they crumble. People chase wealth, influence and control, thinking they will last forever, until they don't. The 26 juz of the Quran is a direct challenge to human pride. It reveals how the tides of history are not controlled by kings, armies, or wealth, but by something far greater. It is not strength that determines survival. It is submission to the truth. Surah Al-Ahqaf begins with a tragic downfall of Ad. They had everything: strength, prosperity, an empire that seemed untouchable. They laughed at the idea of destruction, but when they defied their prophet, punishment came, not through war, not through slow decline, but through a wind. A storm so fierce it wiped them out completely. Their homes, their bodies, their legacies. Nothing remained but dust. This is not just history, it is a warning. Power means nothing if it is not grounded in faith. But not all those who hear the truth are human. A group of jinn listen to the Quran and instantly they recognize it for what it is. No hesitation, no excuses, just immediate faith. They believe, they submit, and they carry the message back to their own kind. The lesson is clear. Those truly seeking guidance will find it, no matter where they come from. The Quran then shifts to something more personal. The people who raised us. Parents are not just a responsibility, they are a test. How we treat them is a reflection of who we truly are. Disrespect towards them is not just a personal failing, it is a sign of a hardened heart. And what happens to those who let their hearts harden? They fall victim to the most common disease of the soul: power. Surah Muhammad warns how wealth and status change people. Ties that once mattered are abandoned. Promises once made are broken. The Quran warns against this deception. If success pulls you away from your principles, it is not success, it is destruction. True success is something else entirely. Jannah unfolds in vivid detail, rivers of water that never go stale, milk that never sours, honey that purifies the soul. But for those who turn away, their deeds are erased. No matter what they built, no matter how high they climbed, it will all vanish, as if it never existed. Then comes a moment in history that changed everything. Surah Al-Fath speaks of the Treaty of Arabia. To many, it looked like a loss. The Muslims had to turn back without performing Umrah. Yet Allah called it what they were being, the clear victory. Why? Because victory is not always about immediate triumph. Sometimes patience opens the door to something greater. And 2 years later, without war, without bloodshed, Mecca belonged to the believers. The Prophet's dream had come true, just as he had seen it. But the Quran doesn't just speak of past events, it gives us the blueprint for the present. Surah Al-hujuraat lays out what destroys societies from within. Backbiting, suspicion, mockery, slander, it spreads like poison, corroding relationships and tearing communities apart. Conflicts must be resolved with justice, even if it means standing against your own people. And then, in a single verse, the illusion of superiority is shattered. The most honored among you in the sight of Allah is the one, the most taqwa, not lineage, not wealth, not status, only consciousness of Allah. Yet, still people deny. Surah Al-Ahqaf reminds us of their arrogance. They mock the idea of resurrection. How can the dead return? But the Quran turns the question on them. Do you not see the earth? It dies, it dries up, it withers away, then with a single drop of rain, it is revived. The one who does this again and again will bring you back just the same. The disbelievers of the past, Prophet Nuh's people, Pharaoh, the people of Hud, they all dismissed the warnings, and when the punishment came, it came without mercy. But not all is destruction. Surah Al-Dhariyat paints the picture of those whom Allah loves, the muttaqeen. They rise before dawn, seeking forgiveness. They know their wealth is not theirs alone. The poor have a right to it. And then there is Prophet Ibrahim, who welcomes strangers into his home, not knowing they're angels. His generosity is a reminder you never know when a test will arrive. This juz is not just a collection of stories, it is a confrontation with reality. Empires collapse, power fades, the wealthy become forgotten. The only thing that remains